Hi, and welcome to the SoCal Yearbook Gal education series designed to inspire, encourage, support, and make your life easier. Today we are talking about your final deadline. If you already made your final deadline and you are done, woo! Congratulations, what a relief. You're probably wondering what to do next. We're going to talk about that soon, not today. Today we're talking about final deadlines and how to stay sane during this season. So the most important thing to do is take a moment to breathe. It seems counterintuitive to stop when you feel like you need to go, but take a moment, take a deep breath and breathe. And remember that these relationships that you have with your staff and that you have in the classroom with your yearbook class, they're really, really important. And so making sure that everybody, your editors are treating each other well, that your staff is treating your editors well, and vice versa, and that you have a good relationship and maintain that relationship with your students is really, really important. So make sure you take the time to breathe, and then make sure that you stay organized as far as what needs to get done and when. So make sure that you know when your final deadline is to the minute. So if your final deadline is due on Monday at 10 p.m., then make sure that you don't wait until 10 p.m. because you don't know if your internet is going to go out. You don't know if you're going to have any strange little troubles, and you don't want to lose your submission date. So make sure that you know exactly when your final deadline is due, and then back it up at least a couple of hours. Before that point, make sure that your staff knows that there is a process beyond their final submission. So your staff is going to submit their pages, and then the next step in the process is that the editors look at it. The editors might make those changes for the staffers, and then it goes to you. You should be the last stop in that whole process. And you need time to go through all those pages. Your editors need time to go through all those pages. So your staff, we need to back the deadlines up for your staff. And that depends on you and how far back you want to do that. But give them a soft deadline and then give them a hard deadline. Also, it's a really good idea to do like a deadline party. I've had a number of my schools do that. They'll buy pizza or snacks or have parents bring stuff in, and they will just work and work and work. And sometimes I'll hang out and I'll proof pages with you and we'll get this done. But just make sure that you take that time, make it fun. That's the most important thing, is to keep those relationships strong, especially during final deadline season. In an earlier video, way earlier, this might've been a couple of years ago, in an earlier video of mine, I remember talking about one of my editors where the more angry she would get, the higher her hand would get when she was talking, until she would just blow up. But we knew that if Emily's hand was right here, we had a little bit of time. She was my editor-in-chief. She was okay right here, but as soon as it got up here, we needed to stop and we needed to breathe. It's a stressful time for everybody right now. And as soon as you can tell, like, you can read your kids, you can read other people in the room, as soon as you could tell that they are reaching their peak, stop, regroup. You can do, what I love is the necklaces, and I have these too if you want some for your classroom. The like Mardi Gras necklaces, and you give one to everybody and have them do rock, paper, scissors, and then whoever wins gets the beads from the other person, and then that person who just lost to the person who won stands behind and cheers them on, like a quiet little cheer, like, yeah, okay. And then they go to the next person and they do rock, paper, scissors, and then take the beads, and then whoever loses goes and supports the other person until you're down to 2 people. It's such a cool activity. It takes only a couple of minutes, and it just is a nice little disruptor for when the energy is getting kind of tense. And it only takes a couple minutes. It gets people up out of their seats and able to kind of breathe and refocus a little bit. So, but just keep in mind that relationships are the most important thing right now. You're going to get your book done. It's going to be amazing. But make sure that you focus on those relationships and take care of each other, and then keep the organization. Know when the pages are due, and make sure that you have the support of your students and your staff, and motivate them in any way you can, either by little achievements, little rewards for little achievements, or a class party for when they meet their final deadline, something like that. Motivate your students. So if you need more ideas, or if you have any questions about any of that, please feel free to reach out, and I got you. Take care. Bye.